What up, guys? Gonna do a league here for Gaby. Gonna run this Naya Angels deck, and basically what I did is I moved it to Cotley to the sideboard because I'm not seeing as much Golgari mid-range stuff, and added a silhouette for the Izzet decks and that mono white weenie deck. I mean, this could also be a shock if that Boros aggro deck becomes a real problem. But to answer that, I actually added a Fiery Cannonade into the sideboard, along with 3 Deafening Clarions. It might even be correct to do a 2-2 split. I mean, 4 sweepers seems like a lot, but you really want to draw them. So I don't know if this is 100% correct yet, but I lost. I went 2-3 in the last league. It's the first losing league I've had with this deck, and I lost to that white weenie deck because I didn't draw a sweeper, and then I lost to the Izzet deck one time because I didn't have any silhouettes in the main. I moved all the silhouettes to the sideboard, so I'm making that tweak and gonna run it back and see how it goes. You know, one of the things that is wrong with this deck that I think that we might be able to do is find a way to tweak the mana. Like it almost feels like it wants like one of the come into play tap lands, like a green-white source, just to have that one extra green source. Definitely not a keep. And an average hand. Below average, actually. I'll put that in the bottom. I'll leave with Rootbound Crag, since it's the only one who does not come into play untapped. And there's that white weenie deck. So we will see just how good having that 4 sweeper is. Yep. Could really use a Shalai on this next turn to protect my Resplendent Angel. In case they play the Conclave. Or a Knight of Autumn would be good too. Or another Angel, that works. So now, if my Angel doesn't die, then I make 2 5/5 flying Vigilant tokens with lifelink. That would be amazing. And that would be GG. Don't kill my Angels. Yes. Yes, I'll take 7. No, we gotta be. Oh, okay. All right, that is less scary. But I mean, you can see just how fast this deck comes out of the gates. But I don't know how you can win now. Yep. All right, deafening clarions for sure. Fiery cannonade for sure. I think I definitely want this Silhouette. Yeah, I think I want this on a guard actually. He's really good at just blocking their team. And then the way to that sideboard for this matchup is I take out all the. All right. I take out all the big shit, like these things. I take out the Vanguards because they're not very good in this matchup. And then the Knight of Autumn's probably decent, just because they can kill a Conclave. But I'm definitely feeling a lot better about this matchup now that I have 4 sweepers. It's very necessary, I think. Perfect. That guy is the anti-sweeper, though. It's going to be a rough go, I think. So 3, 6, that put me at 5. I think it's better. That's not mana efficient. But it might actually be better to seal away the Vanguard here. Well, it might actually be better to seal away the Benelish Marshal. 5. Alright, I'm going to pass a turn. And then we'll see what they do, and then that will determine how we attack here. It's a disgusting start. You never know what'll happen. I mean, you could draw a Lyra off the top. You might not have an answer to this. I go down to 2, stabilize. Don't know why you would name Benelish Marshall there when you can just name Bodyguard. Well, should be in a lot better shape coming out of the sideboard, but I wonder if I should bring it even more removal. I'm going to take out a knight and put in a fight with fire. I mean, these are not very good because obviously they have no spells really, and they can't block it onto Vanguard. I mean, either can't Tocatli, but Tocatli can at least stop like the Luxodon dude. Yep. Cool. I think I'm just gonna run this out. If anything, it can force him to overcommit his board into a Deafening Clarion. But he's not gonna do that. And I think I'm just gonna hang back on the Knight of Autumn. I can play the Lyra, and then if he kills it, then I have the Knight to take care of his enchantment, or I can kill the History of Benalia. That also works. History of Benalia of my own, which is pretty sweet. Oh, duh. Duh. Yeah, I should probably go ahead and Clarion now. Well, that kind of changes things a little bit. Maybe I don't. Nice. Now I do it. So I made a little mistake with the Takali Night of Autumn interaction. Normally I wouldn't make that mistake, but talking is a fucking distraction. Alright. Let's get some knights rolling here. That's insane. Oh my god. Alright. Guess we go ahead and play this. Alright. Pretty good draws. Let's see, do I attack with the knight? I think so, because if he blocks here, then he's taking 8. That's, yeah, 8. So that'll reduce his clock by a whole turn. Alright, and we'll kill the Sky Marcher. I don't understand this block. I guess, oh yeah, you have to block with both. Duh. That's good. But I'm going to save it in case he draws a flyer and I need to get through. Alright, so we're 1-0. I made a mistake with the knight and the Takali interaction. Let's go to game number 2. It's an awkward hand. I'm on the play. I think I'm going to keep this. I mean, I have some interaction, and I should have some time to draw a green source or creatures. I have the lands to play things that I top deck. It's not a great hand, but I don't think it's a hand that I can mulligan on the play. The maximum punish. The maximum punish, that's fucking great. Alright, so it looks like we're playing against a Drake's deck. Ixalan's Binding is a beating against them. Knight of Autumn is pretty much worthless. Could really go for a History Benalia off the top. Or just like a green-white source would be fine too. I guess it's okay. It'll kill their phoenixes. Alright. Well, I'm not dying anytime soon, but I'm also not winning either. If he plays the Drake here... Alright. That's smart. But I still have the Lava Coil. Alright, we'll be sealing away this guy. Pressure! Hey Gabe, I am texting you right now. I am recording a league. So, let's see. If you want. Alright. So to me, this is like a key card that I feel like you just have to kill. If they untap with the Goblin Electromancer, then they can just go off. And having an extra silhouette as insurance is really nice. Yes, I am recording it with audio, Gabe. Alright. So the plan is just to sit back. Hopefully I can draw some green sources soon. And start putting some more pressure on him. I'll drop the knight down as a 4-3. The other thing that you have to be really careful of is if they do just happen to play a Drake and you have the choice between playing a creature or killing a Drake with like an Ixalan's Binding or with a Lava Coil, you should always just kill the Drake because a lot of times they'll run Dive Down. I mean, obviously, whenever they're tapped out in that situation, you want to cast Dive Down or avoid the Dive Down. I mean, fuck, it's really hard to play and talk at the same time. I don't know how streamers do this shit. I mean, he is digging. The plan here is obviously to set up a big Drake with maximized velocity, and they might have a dive down to protect it, which is obviously not ideal. Right now he has 12 spells, so we're getting pretty close to dead here. This will really help. I think I'm going to go with the... Well, this puts him on a 2-turn clock, but I think I'm going to gain to 4 life, because if he does have a shock, I put the counters on it, then I just lose the knight. Like that. I mean, it's pretty clear what he's trying to do here. He's trying to set up a Drake kill. And now he's at 13 spells. Yeah. So if he has a Drake plus the dive down, then he can just kill me. And that's what makes this matchup really hard, because there's just no pressure at all. I had a pretty poor draw with creatures. He did not go for it. Well, this is great because now I get to play Ixalan's Binding. And he would have to have 2 dive downs to protect from Silhouette. And he has none. Alright, so he can't play any more Drakes. He can still play Numa Drake. And he can still get some Phoenixes. I'm surprised that he didn't just go for it there. He might go for it here, or not. Alright, well, if this happens, then I'm just going to lock him out of the game. Yeah, he's locked out of... probably locked out of the game. So one thing he has now is Arc-like Phoenixes, and I have the Silhouette for that. And I'm so glad that I put the 2 silhouettes in the main because it dramatically improves this matchup. If I didn't have these silhouettes, I probably just would have lost. He would have had an extra Enigma Drake that I would not have been able to kill with the shock. And yeah, I probably just would have lost the game. Let's see, he has 1 Phoenix. Do we even care about this guy? It's probably worth saving it. I mean, I have the silhouette. So he'd have to go double Phoenix next turn. He's really playing around some stuff. Alright, he has to go 3 spells into triple Phoenix for me to die. Could happen. Alright, he's dead. Can't go into shock range. But yeah, I think that these matchups are... I think the silhouettes are just so key. I think it swings it into your favor. And that is a big draw. Let's see if he has an answer. Probably does. Yep. As I expected. Alright, take Aurelia. No, I'm playing this Lyra. Good game. Vivian Rita's so good. I mean, yes, it sucked. Not being able to play her early on, but I mean, a lot of times it's how the deck just plays out, where you eventually are able to play all your other stuff, and then you get rid of a key enchantment removal, or you kill a Drake, or you just start drawing cards, against Golgari. So Ixalan's Binding is insane against them. So Seal Away. I like to bring in the Daredevils. And the Five of Fires. I like to take out the Knights. And the Honor Guards. A couple of History of Benalius. Yeah, potentially I could bring in this other Vivian Reed. It's really close, you know. I think actually on a draw, I'm just going to keep in this third history and just jam one Vivian on the draw, just because she can be slow. So bring these in for sure. You could argue Banefire. I mean, Banefire is probably good. Yeah. Let's do this. I mean, I lost in the last league. I lost to Is It Drake's because I didn't have the Siluways, and I was just lamenting not having them. I was just like, oh my god, if I just had Siluways, I would win these games. And now you can see. They do bring in a couple of disdainful strokes against this deck, so you have to be aware of that. So there's nothing I can do to kill the Drake right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this history. What does he have? Another Drake. That's what it seems like. Now, I'm just going to cast this Seal away, call it a day. And just depending on... Well, I'm probably just going to play the Vivian Reed. But I might just play the Banefire and kill the Drake. Depends on if he plays another flyer or not. I mean, the Vivian Reed's still not safe from Arclight Phoenix. Alright, he's just going ham with the Drakes. So in this case, I'm just going to Banefire, set up a Vivian Reed. I don't know why you would play Drakes this early. Does not seem optimal. Now, if he does block one of these, then I will play the Vivian Reed and kill the other one. Let's get in with the Knights first. Hopefully he blocks. Nope. So there's a couple ways we could play this. One, we could play around Disdainful Stroke and just go ahead and jam the Vivian Reed and then follow with a Banefire. Or we could do the reverse. Go Banefire first and then Vivian Reed. We risk running Vivian Reed into a Disdainful Stroke. Obviously, there's a ton of upside if you're able to untap with Vivian Reed. And I think that just might be worth. I think that just might be worth doing it that way. So we're gonna go ahead and kill that Drake. You never know. I mean, we could just draw. We could draw like a lava coil and just, or we could just go double Resplendent Angel and into Vivian Reed. Certainly options. You just don't want this Drake to hang around for very long, because he will kill you. Okay. Oh boy. So that's 8 damage. So good. Oh man, why did I ever abandon you? One league without Silhouette, and it cost me dearly. Alright, so we swing with these guys. And then we play Resplendent Angel. And then hope that he doesn't have it dive down. Yeah. Well, at least we are not dead. Yet. If he has a beacon bolt, then we're dead. Or you could do that. Dive down is really good. I'm actually kind of tempted to play. Oh, never mind. I was thinking about bringing in this other Vivian Reed, but I still think it's just a little slow. I think 1 is good if you get it later in the game. Could bring in this history for a little extra pressure. Unfortunate. I think I have to keep this. That is very good. But again, if you play as a Drake here, and I have the choice between Lava Coil and Shalai, you have to pick the Lava Coil, because if he untaps and then he has Dive Down, that can be a serious problem. So it's better just to get it off the board while you can. Hopefully I draw another land here. Perfect. So this is playing out pretty well for us. We hit the land, so we play Lyra. Really turn the screws on them now. He could cast Fight with Fire, but then that means he's spending an entire turn casting Fight with Fire instead of cycling through all of his spells and playing Drakes. Okay. So we're just getting a little insurance from that Beacon Bolt. That'll make it pretty difficult for him to win through a Shalai. So now he has to spend his turn casting Beacon Bolt and Shalai. And then I get to play Vanguard plus Benalia next turn, so feeling like I'm in a pretty good spot here. Keep this Rootbound in the back pocket. Yes. All right, we did it. So yes, I mean those silhouettes in game one really paid off, and then we just mulled into a pretty good draw in game three. Let's see, so we're on the draw, so this is a lot easier to keep on the draw. Oh, did I read that wrong? Well, fuck me. Alright. I thought I lost the draw. Way up against Izzet Drakes again. I mean, everybody and their dad is playing Izzet Drakes right now, it seems like. Alright. Is it Gilgate? I'm so confused. But we got lucky. We hit 2 lands in a row, and they're playing Is it Gilgates? I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Maybe just is it Control? And he just happened to get stuck with a Sinister Sabotage in his hand. I'm not sure. Ah. So it is Drake's, I think. Maybe. Alright. Mentor my Tecatli dude. Comes on, play tapped. Oh, you bastard. Getting a little flooded here, but you see, these are outland lines because I keep 2 laners because I always manage to flood out. So knowing that, that is why I kept it. And have I even drawn a spell this game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've drawn 1 spell. Okay. I mean, I can't really complain. He's doing nothing. So Lava Coil on Ionize, and then he's going to cast Ship and Fire. And it's a Lightning Strike? Lava Coil. So he's playing Is It Control? Is It Control with Drakes? That's what it seems like. So that means he's going to bring in stuff like Niv Mizzet. So Vivian Reed's probably better in this type of matchup. The Darkfleet Daredevil's definitely. Exxon's Binding definitely. I think I go Bait and Fire. And if he has Niv Mizzet and Drakes, probably Fight with Fire too. So we'll definitely get rid of these Honor Guards. Probably at least 1 Lava Coil. He could be running Search for his content, but I'm going to go ahead and shave these this go around. And the reason why I'm shaving Lava Coil is because I'm replacing it with Fight with Fire, and Fight with Fire kills Niv Mizzet. And I'm also bringing in Dire Fleets, and he's surely going to be bringing in more removal spells. But I need to get rid of one more card. It could be a Lava Coil, number 2. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways to deal with those things. Let's do it this way. Alright. Adonto Vanguard is the best card against this deck. Gonna go ahead and bottom that. Alright. Do not counterspell my guy. No! Fuck. Alright. Well, this game does get a lot harder. I need to draw some running lands here, or else I am gonna be in a lot of pain. Huh. That is so greedy, and he got away with it. Fuck. So greedy. Alright, well, let's try to kill it. So to me, that signals that he has one counterspell. Now he might have more than one. But if I draw one more land, I can start chaining Lyras into Vivian Reed, and hopefully I can... I mean, this is a decent threat. So I can just start chaining these threats into a Vivian Reed. Alright. Land. Alright. I mean, it's really hard for me to, like, the only thing that I can't draw is one of my other 2 5-drops. Pretty much everything else is a live draw. Okay. What do you do with that? I'll put it on the bottom. Alright. Such a strange card in this deck, because it's not like he's really just chaining spells, you know. I guess he did set up like a 1-mana negate. Let's find out. now. Well, let's play Benalia. I'm really worried, he's going to draw into a Niv-Mizzet, and I'm not going to be able to hit the 5th land. Crazy. Well, we turned 10. Did I keep a 3 lander? So I've drawn 1 land and 10 draws. Alright. Don't care about 2 damage and Trancing Melody. What the? Looks like I got a little lag here. Take the 2. I think the play here is to attack first. Yep. Now, if he's sitting on 3 counter spells, then that'll be a problem. I will certainly lose. Alright, put that in the bottom. I think I'd go ahead and block here. Just in case he's sitting on a bunch of counter spells and I need some time to draw lands and kill things. Yeah. I think, He'll just go ahead and attack. If he just happens to not block, then I can just kill him with Banefire. You can't counter that. All right. So that is 3-0 start for us. That's a pretty good start. I don't know. I mean, he was playing against, or just like Izzet Control. That's the first time I've played against Izzet Control. And he didn't draw particularly well, but either did I. I got stuck on 4 mana for like 8 turns, maybe 9 turns, and was still able to win the game. So I feel like that particular matchup is favorable. I mean, he didn't draw no Mizzet or anything, and he dropped out some Drakes with no protection, which is kind of weird. Maybe he just felt pressured to do something. Daniel Garcia. Good hand. All right, I don't know what's happening here. Guy's gone MIA. All right, cool. The mana is also just, surprisingly consistent. I mean, I know I ran across that Vivian Reed issue that one time, but a lot of times you're just not really punished for that. Okay, so this is a matchup that's actually, I think, pretty hard for us because they run that card, they run a lot of removal that's just good against us, like what the fuck is it called? The -2/-2 gain 2 life, lava coil. It's just really annoying. So this is one matchup I think this deck is not very well positioned against. And just taking the best card here is troublesome. I mean, he should... I don't know what's in his hand. We played Golden Demise, shit like that too. So it's a hard matchup. So Lava Coil goes in the graveyard, so that means he's feeling pretty good. Now, Vivian Reed is a card that can beat them because a lot of times they're not running... Oh my god, get the fuck out of here. What a god. So That's a problem. Rituals would also be awful. Yep. Oh, did I misclick? Guess I did. And he knows how to sail away, so he'll just sit back on the Nicole Bolas. I mean, he had the absolute perfect hand against me. Yep. Now you can just kind of sit back on things like Essence Scatter, Senator Sabotage. It's rough. And he plays Restless Content. This was one of my losses in the league where I went 6-2. I lost to Grixis and I lost to Boros Angels. And in my matchup against Boros Angels, I just got mana screwed. Mulled a lot. Alright. So he did not flip Nicole Bolas. Wow. Flood of epic proportions. Yeah. That was just way too easy of a game for him. I mean, of course, I was just drawing nothing but lands. So Darfleet Daredevil's really good because you can honor guard him, or not thought erasure him. Honor guard. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I think these are the cuts that make the most sense. I don't know if I want to leave in this many lava coils though. I think I might actually take out a couple and bring a couple of these knights back in actually. I'm pretty sure this deck plays Sorcerer's Kanta. I'm gonna bring in a Spyglass too, so he can't flip Nicole Bolas. This is one of those really scary hands to keep because I don't have double white, but I also really do not like to mulligan against Thought Erasure. And I feel like I just need to take a chance in this game just because I know the matchup is really bad. So if I can just get a little lucky and draw a land or two, then we're in business. We can start playing some stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this. It's a risky keep for sure. I think you have to take a risk in this particular matchup. Yeah, so he's going to start taking my stuff. He has disinformation campaign, ritual. He has nickel bolus. He plays a swamp, plays Thought Erasure. Alright, if I draw a white source, it can be in a good spot. Interesting that he took Aurelia. Oh, lordy! Alright, I think the Benelia. He drew a swamp off the top, so here comes this information campaign. I think here, I'll get rid of this angel. Alright, hopefully it doesn't hit a land. Yes. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. Alright, so let's think about this for a second. So you played Discovery. So these are the cards that we know that he has. So if we don't play a creature, then he plays the Cold Bolus. And then he can block something. He goes down to 5, potentially goes down to 3. Yeah, I think it's worth just not doing anything here. That was very good. Banefire one time, baby. Did I bring in Banefire? I did. It's a ritual, so it's gone. I think it's better to play the history here. Set up a big attack. You might play the Bolus. Discard the Angel. Oh. Give me a land. Not a land. Wow. Can you deal with both of these? Oh, I know what he has. He has fucking... Yeah. Crazy, man. What draws? And so he will get back Lyra, so we need to go ahead and kill that. Alright, he's not out of the woods yet. So the Kobolus is gone. Is there any downside to attacking here? He kills a Resplendent Angel. I mean, he could... If he blocks plus a Moment of Craving. I'm gonna wait one more turn and then attack. That is also a thing. Alright, so I'm 1 mana away from just being able to attack with the Angel. fantastic. I think we got this one. Yeah. All right. Don't know how he won that. I thought we were gonna lose. Do we even want to keep this Vanguard? Yeah, I'm guessing so. That spyglass was really good too. Stopped him from flipping his bolus. All right, so some of the things we saw was Eldest Reborn. So that actually makes me want to bring in a knight. Now, what do we take out? Maybe a Lyra. Lyra is just big and slow and clunky. I don't know. That's such a powerful threat if he doesn't deal with it. Yeah, I think I like boarding out one of these on the draw against this deck. Against a lot of decks, this card is really good, but against this deck, he just sits on that moment of craving and destroys me. He kept that card. So this looks like moment of craving for sure. Could be a Sinister Sabotage. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Angel into the Sabotage. And then I'll play the Vanallian next turn. So he bottom Discovery. He might be hurting for lands. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he's really digging for lands here. Or not, he just put tune. The fuck, what do I know? I don't know shit. Yep. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to get rid of this Kanta. Card can be a major problem. That card is also a problem. Well then. I'm not gonna play the Vanguard into Elder Suborn. Please, please, please hit a land. God dang it. Why? Why can't you just hit a land? I'm in such better shape if I just hit a land there, man. I kill the Doom Whisperer, then he plays the Bolus, Lava Coil it. But now he can just surveil into a counterspell and ride Doom Whisperer all the way to victory. Please let me punish him for this. God dang it. Why is he's playing so bad and there's nothing I can do about it. And this is the reason why I was thinking about playing 26 lands, because this is the second game in a row where I'm just stuck on 4 mana and I can't play my game. Like, he could have just been punished so hard. And, yeah, just never got the 5th land. Wasn't coming. I feel a little unlucky on that one, but yeah, that happens sometimes, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's 26 mana might be right, just because you just have so many ways to use your mana between Shalai and Resplendent Angel. I really hope I'm playing against Golgari. So I know there is a deck. There's so many of them. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Like, I never see Grixis decks, and I ran into 2 in a row. That is nuts. I mean, you just have to concede this matchup with this. Even though I feel like last game I could have won if I had just drawn a land on a few turns in a row. So obviously he has rituals set. Well, most likely he does. I think I just played a Temple Garden and passed the turn. Force them to sweep my dudes away. Yeah, and now we can untap. Lyra. Actually, it might be better to play Shalai here. I just don't want to like thought erasuring me and shit. Get that up top. What could that mean? This card doesn't do anything. So he can attack and flip. You can put a Lyra into the battlefield, and that'd be a major problem. Probably cost me a game. I guess the mistake I made in this game was just playing that Lyra. I probably should have just pumped the Shalai. But yeah, this guy just has everything. But that's how these games go against this deck. They'll take your one get card. Just rough, man. Rough matchup. I saw that he was also playing Dream Eater, so we need to take that into consideration as well. I think I want to probably keep in these knights as well, so I need to shave one more card. I mean, those don't really do anything. And here we are in that situation again, where you just wish that you had that extra land. In your deck. I mean, they only play 4 of these. And every game, they've led off with it. If I can run runner land, I think I'll be in pretty good shape. Doing it. So drew a swamp. Sitting back on counterspell. And once again, I'm not hitting my 5th land here, and it's a major problem. So this has got to be like 4 or 5 games in a row where I just did not hit my 5th land and I'll lose. Which is just confirming my thoughts that this deck needs to have 26. Yeah, sometimes you're going to flood out, but I think that there's more things you can do with the deck when you're flooding out than what you can do whenever you just can't play your spells. So he played... What did he play? Yep. I am convinced that this deck needs 26 lands. I mean, now he just trips my hand apart with Disinformation Campaign because I can't play my spells, and it's just really rough. Really, really rough. Obviously. Just obviously. And now I'm going to flood out from here on out. It's like the perfect storm. Anyway, I think the deck is great. I think that it just needs to be tuned. Maybe one more land. As Grixis matchup is not great, but I honestly feel like I would have won the previous round if I had just drawn a land. And yeah. So there you have it.